Well, let me go to Nada Nashwi. Yemen's president, most, if not all of the time, Nada Nashwi is referred to as a U.S.-backed president. Is he now more Saudi-backed than a U.S.-backed president, in your opinion?
Well, no, in my opinion right now, he's more Saudi-backed because, see, the Saudi officials and the other heads of states, the regional Arab states, are very worried about their situation because of what's happening in the surrounding region. So that's why we see the PGCC, of course, led by the Saudi government, is strongly trying to deal with the situation. And they're quite worried about what's going to happen to Yemen after Saleh. And I strongly agree with the gentleman in Washington and the concern of Al-Qaeda, because we've heard rumors about the head of the Al-Qaeda is set it's to believe that he's going to be coming out of Yemen, and that's quite scary actually. But the concern of who's going to be a stable government, I'm really not worried about that, because anything is better than Saleh. After what he's doing to his people, this kind of a dictator is killing his own people in cold blood. He's not realizing that what he's doing is only buying time, because his end is coming pretty soon. The people are not going to stop. They want him out. He's only buying time right now because he knows he's waiting for some kind of a turn of event to happen. And the PGCC, they're dealing with the situation as if it's a political situation, which is definitely not. It's a revolution. The people don't want him anymore. He has to go. And the people has to decide who's going to come after, because just because the Al-Qaeda is present in Yemen, it does not mean that everybody is Al-Qaeda there.
Why would the youth groups come out and accuse the United States, accuse the UN, accuse the EU? Why would they come out and say that to stop meddling in their affairs? Obviously, they have some reasons that exists for them to come out and say that. This is one of the stronger statements, not just directed at those three parties, but also at the opposition.
Well, definitely, because they are the ones who's writing the scenario for him, and they're pulling the strings. Because if it wasn't for them, Ali Abdullah Saleh would be down, would be way out by now. I mean, we saw how, you see, the GCC, I call them the two-faced puppets, you know, how they dealt with Libya, and how they're dealing with Yemen, how they dealt with Bahrain, how they're dealing with Syria, how they're dealing with all the Arab countries. See, it's whatever, somebody is behind Ali Abdullah Saleh. And if it wasn't, and I believe, it could be, strongly I believe it is Saudi, definitely backed up by the U.S. and the GCC, and they have to stop meddling with their lives, because you know, this is, I mean, I see, look what's happening right now. I mean, they're kicking him, they're killing him. Where's the human rights in all of this? I mean, I wanna hear the American talking about what kind of behavior is that. We sell weapons from one side, and we talk about human rights from the other. So definitely, the youth came out and said his words. Enough is enough. They want him. They want to prosecute him. Immunity, there's no such thing. He killed enough people, and he should be prosecuted for that. A killer must be dealt with by prosecuting him, not by giving him immunity.
Well, Nada Nashwi, maybe you can explain to us then, when we look at what happened last year, and this is a fact, a host of Middle Eastern countries were responsible for over 75% of U.S. arms sales. And of course, we have to mention Saudi Arabia, the biggest arms sales in U.S. history. Part of that deal, 84 new F-15 fighter jets and a host of other military equipment. I mean, when we look at that, that's more than enough for Saudi Arabia, I would think. So it puts into perspective what Saudi Arabia is going to do with this. And now with the uprisings that have occurred, Yemen is part of that picture, isn't it?
Well, it's bought. I mean, it's clearly bought to keep dictators on their seats, plain and simple. I mean, you know, I don't like to go around the bush and say that, why did they buy them? So they can go and fight Israel with it? What did they buy them for? So they can keep uprising from these kind of uprising from going on. They want to keep dictators. They want to keep their chairs. They want to stay on their chairs. They want to keep on things the way they are. So the more weapons they buy, the more innocent people they get killed. I mean, it's like we see what's happening in Bahrain right now. They were going into Bahrain and they were going like this, as if like, you know, we won. Won from whom? I don't understand. See, situation is very, very difficult, very unclear. But for Yemen right now, I totally agree. The population is very heavily armed. And if they're thinking that they're waiting upon the people to uprise upon each other and to start killing each other, exactly like happened in Libya, and foreign intervention start happening, let's not forget about the Al-Housiyin. You know, they're definitely very heavily armed forces, and they're standing by. Right. And I believe the Saudi Arabia must not forget how powerful they are.